Hi Peter B, it's Mrs. McCowan here to read Chapter 4 of our Shark School, Fishin' Impossible. When the bad guy's net is closing, you don't want to be around to get caught. Bit late for that, imaginary Mike. Like, seriously late. Don't you have better advice than that? I'm blinded by sunlight as I'm pulled from the sea. I hold my gill water, like you leggy air breathers hold your breath, and try to figure out what just happened. Blinking in the sunlight, I see that I'm in a large net hanging from the end of a crane arm. The crane is on a boat, and the boat is heading for what I think is the shore. My googly eyes start bulging, and my chest aches. I won't be able to hold the gill water for much longer. The crane starts to swing, and as I look down, I see the enclosure where the dolphins are doing their tricks. There's a smaller, water-filled tank next to it. I'm being taken toward it. "Attention! Attention!" an amplified leggy air breather's voice booms from below. "If all visitors care to look up to the crane swinging into the Sea Planet theme park right now, you'll see our latest attraction, a hammerhead shark. They're talking about me." I look around as we clank nearer, seeing thousands of leggy air breathers, roller coasters, rides, aquariums, ice cream stands, and there, right below me, one huge pool where the dolphins are performing, and looking like they're getting royally annoyed because everyone is looking at me and pointing. And beyond that, a smaller looking, gloomier pool. It's the smaller pool I seem to be heading for. The idea terrifies me. A theme park? What are they going to make me do? My gills are bursting. All I can hear is my heartbeat thudding in my ears and the clanking of the crane as it swings me across the dolphin's pool. When you're up to your neck in the... Shut it, Mike, shut it. Clang, zip, kersplash. That's the crane thudding to a halt, the net being opened and me falling into the smaller pool. The water here is a bit murky and tastes funny, but at least it's water, and it's great to be able to breathe properly again. I can just make out the far wall through the gloom, so it's not a very big pool, about 3 times the size of Mrs. Shelby's classroom, I reckon. The bottom isn't the seafloor I'm used to. It's white tiles covered with swirls of dirty sand. It's not a very nice place to be, and I shiver. I don't like it at all. And then I look behind me. Arg! I swim back as fast and thump hard into the wall behind me. You will not believe what I saw. There are a lot of leggy air breathers just standing there looking at me. Some are pointing, some are laughing, and some are looking bored and picking their noses and gazing up at their moms and dads. How can they be here in the water with me? Leggy air breathers are as useless underwater as I am in the air. They can't breathe down here, except they do look a bit weird. As I get my breath back and my heart calms down, I realize that the leggy air breathers aren't in the water with me. They're behind glass. I swim forward cautiously. The laughing, the pointing, and the bored nose picking increases. My hammer bumps gently against the glass. Boink! The nearest leggy air breather kid jumps back and grabs his mom. "Let me out! I don't want to be in your stupid Sea Planet theme park!" I yell, finning hard on the glass. "Please let me go back to the ocean." They can't hear me, or don't care what I'm saying. All they want to do is look at me. "You can't talk to them, idiot face," a voice says behind me. "Just how stupid are you?" What? I spin around, and there, approaching slowly out of the gloom, is Rick. That's right, Rick Reef. What are you doing here?" I stammer. "What does it look like, toolbox head? I've been captured, just like you." "No way!" "Yes way." I look back at the leggy air breathers peering at us through the glass. What are they going to do to us? How should I know? Beat us to the leggy air breather lions? I really don't like the idea of that. Rick goes on. Or maybe they're just going to keep us in here so they can stare at us like dorks? I really don't like the idea of being trapped in here with Rick for the rest of my life either. "Great," Rick mutters, trapped in a giant goldfish bowl with a giant toolbox for company. I realize I still have his leather jacket tucked up under my fin. I hold it out to him. I actually came looking for you when I found this on the rocks outside. I knew there was no way in the ocean you'd leave your precious jacket anywhere. But the first thing you do when I get here is call me names. I wish I hadn't bothered. I shake at him. Go on, take it. I'm not carrying it around anymore. Rick takes the jacket, and for a moment, I think I see a smile appear on his jaws. You came looking for me? Yes, I thought you might be in danger. Rick frowns. I didn't think you'd care if I was in danger. Well, if you didn't spend so much time flubbering my hammer, maybe you might have found out. Rick puts on his jacket and his smile grows. Whatever, I'm just glad I have this back. We fin over to the back of the tank so that the leggy air breathers can't see us through the gloom. I'm really creeped out by all those faces watching us. So what happened? I asked him. I thought you'd gone off to join the sea circus. Mom and Dad wouldn't let me go to the sea circus again. I really wanted to see the acrosprats bust a few more moves, Rick sighs. They're so cool, man. But Mom said I had to stay in and do my homework. She's so unreasonable. So I swam out my bedroom window, and since it's like miles to Wreck Reef, and I wanted to be there before dark, I took a shortcut through the shallows and was scooped up just like you. Rick points through the murky water to the leggy air breathers, and that group has been watching me every move since I got here. I can't believe they'd come here just to watch me, and you swimming around being miserable. What kind of creatures would want to do that? I decide not to point out to Rick that he likes to spend quite a lot of time making me miserable, so that he can watch me and laugh. There's no point getting into an argument when we're both in a mess. We need to find a way out, I say. I can't bear the thought of never seeing Mom and Dad again, or Ralph and my friends. We need to get out of here before they come looking for us. There's no way I want them getting caught here, too. It's not going to happen, Harry. You think I haven't tried? The sides are too high above the surface of the water, and we're too far from the shore to swim it, even if we did get out. Be smarter, think harder, imaginary Mike Hammerhead says in my head. There will be a way out, Rick. We just have to think. You've seen the solution to the crime already. You just haven't understood it yet. That's the trick to being a great detective. Turning seeing into understanding. Think. If I've seen it already, what does he mean? Ping! I turn on my hammer vision and use the replay function to watch my crane journey up in the net, up out of the sea, up over the pool where the dolphins were performing. I use hammer vision zoom to focus on the end of the dolphin pool nearest the sea, and yes, imaginary Mike Hammerhead is right. I've seen the solution already. There is a way out. There really is. I hunch my shoulders like I'm pulling my imaginary raincoat up and pretend to tip my imaginary hat. I knew I had it in me to be a super special undercover agent detective. This time, I do hug Rick. I throw my fins around him and begin to dance. I've cracked it. I've flippering cracked it. We can escape, and I know exactly how.